Hello, I'm Armin Budish. Welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, are you maximizing your money? We'll share ways to benefit most from your Social Security benefits. Then, a beautiful smile is within your reach. We'll help every woman feel their finest, no matter what their age. Plus, we'll shine light on a new exhibit that explores a personal perspective on the Holocaust. And you may not even know it, but you're probably exposing your Social Security number every day. We'll help protect you.
It's time to get GOing, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for Golden Opportunities. When it comes to retirement income, every penny counts. And yet many folks choose to leave money on the table by taking their Social Security benefits too early. Rick Nye's here to add up ways to avoid this costly mistake. Rick's the CEO and president of Nye Financial Group. Thanks for joining us, Rick.
Thank you, Armin.
So when it comes to Social Security benefits, why shouldn't we just take the money and run as early as possible?
Well, Armin, my belief is billions of dollars are lost each year because retirees make ill-informed or uninformed decisions about when to take their benefits. Each year, many elect their benefits before their full retirement age, their FRA. And in many cases, depending on how long they live, they give up thousands and thousands of dollars due to that. I like to akin Social Security like a pension option or a purchase of an immediate annuity, in that longevity, life expectancy is a big factor in making that decision. The longer you live, the more benefit you're going to receive.
So what's the earliest we can take our Social Security benefit?
You can take your Social Security benefit at age 62, but that's a premature election.
So when should we take it, and when must we take it?
Well, we can take our benefits at as early as age 62, but we must take it by age 70.
And you referred to full retirement age. What does that mean?
Well, that's when when Social Security tells you that you've reached your maximum age for benefits.
So right now that would be what, about 66? Is that what I remember?
66 for those that are born between 1943 and 1954.
So for many of our viewers, the full retirement age, is an age to maybe take the benefits, but they could wait till 70. Is there a benefit to waiting for benefits?
Oh, absolutely. Between the ages of full retirement age and age 70, the benefits accumulate credits that are at an 8% rate, in addition to cost of living adjustments that those delayed credits also receive.
And you put up some numbers for us to show the dramatic changes. If you start your benefits at 62, for example, you might be at 1565, but look at the difference if you waited till 66 or 70, how much money you'd get on a monthly basis.
Yes, and I could point out that the difference between age 62 and 66, the annual difference in benefits is over $7,000. If you wait until 70, under that example, it's over $16,000 a year, each year, that would be additionally received.
Now, of course, if you wait to start your benefits, you have to have income from someplace or the ability to pay your bills. Some people can't afford to wait. They have to start their benefits earlier.
Absolutely, and there are many that there is no option for them. But for almost as many, the decision, there should be a planning opportunity for them or decision to assess their situation, and with their other assets, plan for waiting until that decision is made.
And because this gets very complicated, it's not just take it at 62, take it at 66, take it at 70. You're providing a whole lot of information to people, and you have seminars that will present more information. You want to tell us about those?
Yeah, we are holding some seminars on Saturday morning, April 13th at Rockside Road Holiday Inn, Independence. as well as Tuesday evening at the Holiday Inn in Independence, and then Wednesday and Thursday evening, April 17th and 18th, both in the evening at the Westlake Crocker Road Holiday Inn.
And you'll help people work through and figure out when they should, what's the optimal time to take their benefits.
Well, again, we've really just scratched the surface.
It's a complicated but very important subject. Thanks, Rick, for starting us off with this.
I appreciate it, Armin.
To get the most out of your Social Security money, it pays to know the rules, follow Rick's advice, and don't miss his free seminars. And of course, you can just give him a call. His number's coming up next. My thanks to Rick for his priceless assistance in increasing our retirement incomes.
To learn more, call the Nye Financial Group Incorporated at 1-800-837-8848 or visit their website, www.nygroup.com. Next, super steps to a super smile. But first, we all know April showers bring May flowers, but this famous phrase didn't simply fall from the sky. Do you know the reason for this rhyme? We'll ponder over the pitter-patter of this poem's past when we return.
Sometimes it's about beating the clock. Sometimes it's about beating fate. And sometimes it's about beating the unimaginable. But there's one opponent our team loves to beat more than any other. We love beating the odds. We are the Metro Health System. We are the proud sponsor of the comeback.
Although April showers might indeed bring May flowers, this flowery phrase didn't spring from science. Its surprising source can be traced back to a 1557 collection of poems written by Thomas Tusser. In the April section of 100 Good Points of Husbandry, he heralded, "Sweet April showers do spring May flowers," reminding us then and now that life's devastating downpours can ultimately bring forth blossoms of beauty.
Here's a great listing you just have to see. Bright and shiny, clean as a whistle, it's just beautiful. But I'm not talking about a house or a condo, it's Janice Carson's smile. Janice is a realtor with Howard Hanna and is a patient of Dr. Steve Marsh, and she's here to share why she's sold on the new smile Steve gave her. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
So Janice, we're going to start with you. Well, why did you think your smile needed a renovation?
I just felt that it would boost my confidence, that we're always working to dress professionally. We deal with all of our cosmetic looks, just like you do with a home. When you're looking at homes, that curb appeal, first impression right off the bat. And I hadn't been happy with my smile for several years and decided it was time for a little renovation.
So, and you had some old crowns and old stuff in there that it was time to change.
I did, because we have traveled through 20 years. We were in 8 different locations, and I think from one dentist to the next, their style's a little different, their techniques are different, and so you don't have the continuity of having one dentist do your restoration.
So, you know, you're used to dealing with people who are updating homes, and it can be very stressful.
Right.
How was it to update your smile?
Well, there's always a little bit of, trepidation when you first walk in and you know you're going to be in a dental chair for a couple of hours.
Sure.
However, I always felt that I was warmly received, always respected and appreciated for being there, and that's important to me.
It's very important, very important. So, and I assume that since you're here and still smiling, that you thought the experience was very good.
It has been very positive.
Great, great. Steve, tell us what was involved in the process with Janice's smile.
Well, one of the things we did was sat down around the table and we talked to each other about what was important to Janice, and that's very important for me to get a sense of what she wanted to accomplish. She's very busy, and so one of the things she told me early on was we'll do it sort of segment by segment. We'll stage it out for time, financial reasons. She's got to be called very often for house showings and that sort of thing, so we had to work within her schedule. And so in that light, we were able to proceed. This is Janice, and I asked her for a big smile, and that was the best smile. And she had said to me she doesn't smile as wide with this gregarious personality. That was as much as I could get out of her, because she had had some work, as she said, that had worn down. And so The first thing we did, just to sort of get started with Janice, is you can see she had some chipped teeth, and all we did initially, Armin, was we did some very simple reshaping, some bonding of the upper front teeth. Over the years, this happens to all of us as we mature. Her lower teeth had shifted a lot. So I said, Janice, just let us do a little reshaping. Part of it is also to give her that confidence that we're able to do what we can do. So that's how we started. One of the things that bothered Janice the most in the back parts of her mouth, and you can sort of see it, she alluded to different dentists, different times, different materials. On the left side, in the before picture, she had some old gold crowns. On the right, she had some porcelain on metal with dark lines around them. So that was one of her main concerns. She smiles a lot, laughs a lot, and felt she showed that. And so we took those old crowns, the gold and the other ones, and we did all porcelain crowns. We aligned the teeth to give her a much different smile. So we again did it in segments.
Look at that beautiful smile now. I tell you, that is beautiful.
And as we move forward, we have a little bit to move forward too as we move on. But we're getting rid of things in the order that she had asked us to give her the beautiful smile and make sure that she can chew and feel healthy.
So, did it accomplish what you wanted? Do you like your smile better now, and do you
I
feel
do.
more
I do.
self-confidence and
I do.
professional?
I feel younger.
That's great. Well, you looked younger in the picture. It was great.
You know, it's nice when you feel that you're looking your best, and you know, from head to toe. So it does. It adds to your confidence.
Well, thank you for having the confidence to come on television.
Yeah,
I appreciate
you.
that.
And I very much like the curb appeal.
That's right.
That's a very cute analogy.
Thank you both.
Thank
If you've ever done any remodeling on your home, you know the great feeling at the end. The same goes for creating a beautiful smile, as Janice has told you. To find out what Steve can do for your smile, use the information that's coming up next. My thanks to Janice and Steve for joining us today.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, helping women become healthy from the inside out. Looking for places to go, things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. Do you dream about getting a good night's sleep? Learn what's keeping you up at night and how to treat it. A Metro Health physician will share tips in a free talk at the Independence Library, Wednesday, April 10th at 7 p.m. To learn more or to register, call 216-447-0160 or click to www.cuyahoga-library.org.
Women are facing a silent epidemic that can be life-threatening. Cardiologist Dr. Catherine Fallick is here to break the silence and offer important information on how to identify and avoid this dangerous diagnosis. Dr. Fallick is with the Heart and Vascular Center at Metro Health, and she'll be speaking at Metro Health's Every Woman event April 13th. Thanks for joining us today, Doctor. Appreciate it. I know you came wearing your Saturday clothes today.
That's right.
And the reason is?
Because we'll be presenting at the Metro Health Every Woman's event on Saturday, April 13th. And I will be speaking on heart-healthy tips to live a long, healthy heart life.
So let's talk about heart-healthy tips, heart disease. It's been a silent epidemic. Why?
Because what most people didn't know in the 1990s was that about 500,000 women a year were dying of heart disease. It's been known for a long time that breast cancer is a big killer of women, but actually, although it's also horrible, it takes about 50,000 lives a year, whereas heart disease takes 500,000 women's lives every year.
And part of the problem, as I understand it, is that women's heart disease symptoms are different than men's. Tell me about that.
Well, most women still will have chest pain, but they will also have other symptoms. A lot of times you hear about women having the worst flu of their lives. So they wake up in the morning, they're feeling okay, they're exhausted, they have muscle aches, they're short of breath, they're not feeling good. And that can be a heart attack for certain people.
So shortness of breath, tightness in the chest,
lightheadedness, dizziness, fatigue, passing out.
Jaw pain, sometimes I've heard?
Jaw pain is possible.
All right, so even if she doesn't look a day older than 29, is getting older a risk factor for women with heart disease?
Yes, it is. We're spared about 10 years because of the estrogen that we have in our bodies, but starting at about age 65, we then develop the same rate of heart disease as men do.
Ah, I see. So today, we have a very easy society, clickers for the TV and cell phones. We don't even have to get out of our chair. I certainly don't get out of my chair very often. We become more sedentary. That's not heart helpful.
Right.
And there are things that we should be doing to change that.
Right, absolutely. The most simple things is to not park the closest you can from the grocery store. Park at the other end of the parking lot and walk, go up the steps, do all those things that increase your daily steps. You should be exercising about 30 minutes 5 times a week, and that's you too, not just your wife,
I was waiting
not just
for you
your
to
mother.
Tell me that. Yes. And diet's critical too, right?
Yeah. My 2 favorite diets are the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet. What I like about the Mediterranean diet is that it doesn't banish oils to the back of the closet. What it does is it makes you concentrate on the better oils like nuts and olive oil, not too many, and it banishes butter. DASH diet is about 28% fat, 55% carbohydrates. It's easy to get on the internet through the National Institutes of Health, and that concentrates on bringing your blood pressure down through dairy, nuts, low salt.
And you'll provide more information on this
Absolutely.
And a whole lot more
promise.
At the Women's Health event, Metro Health's Every Woman event. Tell us about date, time, place, how we can find out about it.
April 13th. 8 to 1:30 p.m. At the end, there will be a wonderful demonstration by Chef Marco Whalen, which we will get to eat.
Oh, great.
Also starts with a continental breakfast. Lots of facts, not just heart, but arthritis and everything that starts to bother us as our bodies get just a little bit older.
And this will be at the Marriott Cleveland Airport, and people need to register in advance.
Yes, and it's only $20.
Very good. Very good information. Thank you, Doctor, for joining us today.
You're very welcome.
So, don't miss the opportunity to increase your women's health IQ in a very tasteful way. Join Dr. Fallick at Metro Health's Every Woman event. We have the information again coming up next. My thanks to Dr. Fallick.
For more information or to register for Metro Health's Every Woman Health event taking place Saturday, April 13th, call 216-778-1220 or log on to www.metrohealth.org/everywoman. Next, to be a woman in the Holocaust. It's time to get up and go. An exercise minute on golden opportunities.
Hello everybody, I'm Mike Carbon from Breakout Fitness, and today we are going to do overhead extensions to work the triceps in the back of our arms. This is a great exercise because it's going to help us keep nice tight arms while also helping us get in and out of chairs a little bit easier. Ready to go, Armand?
I'm ready.
All right, we got our bands today. We're going to take the band and hold on one side, place our left hand at our left hip. We're going to place our right forearm at about our forehead, and we're simply going to extend the band up above the head and squeeze the tricep back down and all the way up. You want to breathe throughout the duration of the exercise. Let's try to switch sides. Right hand, right hip, left forearm on the forehead, all the way up and squeeze and right back down. How's that feel?
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's a great one, isn't it? All right, everybody, 12 to 15 repetitions, 2 to 3 times a week, and now it's your turn to get up and go.
For your copy of the exercise booklet, please send $1 for postage to Golden Opportunities, 23240 Chagrin Boulevard, Suite 450, Beechwood, Ohio, 44122.
The horror that was the Holocaust revealed the cruelty that man is capable of inflicting. But along with the tragic, there are also remarkable survival stories, and some of the many courageous acts were taken by women. Yet until now, their stories have not been widely told. A new exhibit sheds light on this amazing and humbling topic. It's titled Spots of Light: To Be a Woman in the Holocaust. Reveals their creativity and courage. The exhibit's on display at the Maltz Museum of Jewish Heritage, and Linda Bender, the museum's executive director, is here to give us a preview. Thanks so much for coming in, Linda.
Thanks for having me here.
So this exhibit is so unique. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, this is the first exhibition to focus specifically on women and their experience in the Holocaust. And it comes to us from Yad Vashem, which is the Holocaust Memorial in Jerusalem, so we're very pleased to have it.
So this tells us stories about 45 women through the displays?
Yes, it's a very unique exhibition because it's projected on the walls. All of the imagery is projected, so it really is a spot of light. And we do see those images change and move before our eyes.
And you can see these women's reactions, which are different. Everyone different.
What you hear about is the stories of what they did and the courage that they exhibited during the Holocaust.
Are the stories intertwined of each of these 45 women, or are they all independent?
Well, the stories are told through a number of themes, such as caring for others, love, motherhood, compassion. So it really is an opportunity to think about how human beings got through this situation or coped with it, even if they were unfortunately unable to survive at the end of the war.
And the pictures we're flashing up there, are these the pictures of the women that we're talking about?
Yes, these are some of the women whose stories are told, and most of these, of course, are photographs of them before the war, so we can see the humanity of the women that are in this exhibition.
Now, this exhibition that we're talking about, this has been seen all over the United States, as I understand it.
Well, it's shown a couple of times in the United States. This is only the third time it's been here. It's been shown as well in Europe in a number of different places.
But this is a little bit different than the other ones. There's a Cleveland orientation or a uniquely a Maltz Museum orientation.
Yes. One of the things that we like to do is to bring the story to the local community and to find ways that it connects to things that happen in our community. So one of the things that we did with this exhibition is create a short film called To Be a Woman in the Holocaust, Cleveland Stories. And a number of local survivors have told their story about what happened to them and how they coped with the situation they were in.
Very interesting. And we have some artifacts from this area as well that are at the museum in this exhibit?
Yes, there are always artifacts from our Holocaust survivor community on display at the Maltz Museum all the time. For this particular exhibition, we also have some on loan from the Illinois Holocaust Center outside of Chicago, other objects, including 2 camp uniforms that were worn by women during the war.
There are other programs, other programming that you're doing that will relate to this coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We have a whole series of programs that are related to this exhibition. They'll be on through the end of the exhibition in the next few months. One that I do want to draw your attention to is a lecture by Dr. Carol Rittner on her book, Different Voices, Women in the Holocaust. It'll be on May the 1st at 7 p.m. at the Maltz Museum. But we also have a number of different lectures, films, panel discussions, all related to this topic.
And our viewers are invited to the exhibit you're talking about and the future programs that are related as well.
Of course. Please look at our website, see our entire calendar. The exhibition will open in the month of March.
Thank you so much for the information. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Armin.
And for all the good work you're doing.
So nice to be here.
The Holocaust reminds us of the cruelty and even humans are capable of. But these stories give us hope. Through these women, the exhibit demonstrates the power of individuals to retain their compassion and the best values of humanity. My thanks to Linda Bender for sharing a bit of this exhibit with us today.
To find out more, call the Maltz Museum of Jewish Heritage at 216-593-0575 or click to www.maltzmuseum.org. Next, your wallet is probably holding an invite to identity theft. Follow our protection tips.
Do you suffer from excruciating leg or foot pain? Do you have numbness, tingling, burning, or the feeling of pins and needles in your legs or feet? Have you been told you have to live with neuropathy pain? If so, pick up the phone now and call 440-248-5070 because real help has finally arrived. Stop suffering needlessly with debilitating foot or leg pain and call Soul and Spine and Wellness Center today. 440-248-5070.
You probably know how terrible identity theft can be, and you probably know that protecting your Social Security number is critically important to protecting your identity. But despite that information, many older people carry their Social Security number right in their wallet without even realizing it. Here to explain is Mike Solomon, who we realize always provides us with great tips and advice. Thanks for joining us, Mike. So, Mike, we're carrying our Social Security number right in our wallet?
Well, yes, but what happens is if you have Medicare, if you're under Medicare, many people carry their Medicare card around with them, and your Social Security number is right on that card. So if you lose your wallet, you've lost your Social Security number, and that's a valuable asset. That's what results in identity theft.
Well, that's a disaster.
That's right.
All right, so why, this might be a stupid question, why does Medicare still put the Social Security numbers on the card?
Well,
so many other places have dropped that.
I don't know. I mean, the Department of Defense, the VA, and most private insurance companies will remove the Social Security numbers from the cards they have on it. The Social Security Administration wants Medicare to remove the Social Security number, but they've refused. The government agency that involved with Medicare says it's going to cost too much, over $800 million, so they refuse to do it.
So what should we do? As long as they're on the card, what do we need to do?
Well, number one, you might want to write your congressmen and your senators and ask them to pass legislation to get Medicare to take the Social Security number off your card. Actually, a version of that passed the House last year, but it failed in the Senate. So that's one thing you should do.
Okay.
Secondly, only take your card with you if you need it. If you're going to a doctor that needs your Medicare card. Otherwise, keep it at home in a safe place, maybe a safety deposit box. Just don't let it out.
Okay.
The other thing is, if you need to take your your Medicare card with you, make a copy of it and black out all the numbers, all the last 4 numbers. Keep that letter that you have at the end of it, and take that to the doctor's office. Many doctors will accept that as good enough for them, or call in advance and find out if that'll be satisfactory.
So instead of bringing your actual card, make a Xerox copy and black out the last 4 numbers, yes, and call your doctor and make sure that they'll take that. But if they will, then you're safe.
That's right.
Because if it's lost, it doesn't give the identity thief enough information.
That's exactly right.
Okay, very good advice. Thank you, Mike, for that.
Welcome.
Your Medicare card is more valuable than you may think, especially to identity thieves. You got to protect it. Follow Mike's advice. We'll be right back.
Call Budish, Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.budishandsolomon.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, medications can be miracles, but overuse can drag you down. We'll detail the dangers. Plus, we'll help you map out the best financial journey with a personal GPS, a guiding plan for solvency. And our spring flowers making your allergies blossom, we'll offer ways to nip them in the bud. Until then, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
Would you like to join our kitchen conversation? All you have to do is call toll-free 1-877-765-1543 and leave us your question, name, and phone number. Or log on to www.golden.tv for all the latest information and show updates.